Let me go on and stroke my ego a little bit, because guess who is 3-0 with the Super Bowl decodes? I didn't watch it. I didn't watch the halftime. I know nothing about football. So how do I keep doing this? This is why I say I decode instead of I predict. One of the largest synchronized attention events of the year. Millions of people focusing on the same thing at the same exact time. I told y'all about that already. Energy amplified, symbolism amplified. This is why I don't start with the teams. It has nothing to do with that. I had so many people in my comments trying to go back and forth. Oh no, it's going to be the Patriots because it is. It's going to be... Settle down. I got this. Remember, I told y'all the wildfires in California, that was the fire burning through illusion. Floods in Pakistan, the water bringing to the surface what's been hiding for too long. Myanmar earthquake, foundations started to crack. Louisville, Kentucky, UPS cargo plane crash. Signals messed up. Delivery systems interrupted. I'm not making none of this shit up. These are actual events, okay? All 4 elements activate within the year. That shit is not random. That is the reset energy. Resets favor adaptation. And then we threw the 5th element, which is spirit, in the mix. I talked to y'all about the location. The game was played at Levi's Stadium. Levi is law, is structure, it's order. Played in California. Ocean land, fire land, earthquake land. Structure was sitting on shifty grounds from the very beginning. That tension alone tells you the theme. Old systems hosting the new current. Shout out to y'all because y'all be on point. I had a lot of people in my comments who reminded me about the logo. I forgot to mention it. I said, yeah, it is the broadcast alert system colors. I remember everybody jumping to the conclusion that something big was going to happen. A lot of people weren't wrong, just a little off course. Remember what I told y'all when I did the follow-up? I said the emergency broadcast system doesn't always mean emergency. It means an interruption to the system, an interruption to the current programming. Pay attention. Not necessarily panic, but attention. And what happened around the same time of the Super Bowl? Same damn files that people been looking for years finally decided to drop. Control leak, if you ask me. Information that felt like it was buried long ago starting to resurface with the collective. Literally, that's all people are talking about. Water energy, air energy, exposure. That's the interruption. Remember that image I showed y'all not too long ago? Matter of fact, I'm gonna put it up here. Remember this image about the leviathan? Before I go on, I just want y'all to pause and reflect real quick, because you see how this was the main topic a few weeks ago? Then they gave everybody else something else to focus on. I digress. Anyway, everybody kept saying, what's in the picture? Oh, the Levi, the leviathan. But remember, Levi. Where was the game played once again? Levi Stadium? So again, the question remains what I asked y'all in that video, who put the picture there? Also, what does the Leviathan symbolize? Because I know it symbolizes what lives beneath the surface. Power hidden in the depths. Y'all ain't hearing me. Forces that surface when the waters stir. What exactly did the year show us? Waters rising, secrets surfacing, and not just on the web, in your family too. Your relationships, in your friendships, in your careers. Foundations shaking, and that's not no coincidence. Y'all already know what I'ma say. Ain't no such thing. You gonna call it what it is. It's the theme. Again, I didn't watch the Super Bowl. I did not watch the halftime performance. I really just did not feel like giving it my energy for real this year. Also wanted to allow somebody else from that culture to be able to decode it if they wanted to. However, if y'all want me to take a look at it and decode the Super Bowl halftime performance, just let me know. But from what I do know, I will tell y'all this. This was a continuation from Kendrick Lamar's performance. Last year, Kendrick confronted power. Y'all remember? Structure, control, identity under pressure. Y'all remember Uncle Sam? That was the fire and earth energy. This year, Bad Bunny expanded identity. He expanded fluidity. He expanded movement, language beyond borders. That's water and spirit energy. Last year was the confrontation. This year was supposed to be the integration. That's the evolution of consciousness. And the wild part is you get to see exactly who hasn't evolved at all. Theme of drawing the line in the sand once again for a lot of people. Being once again A lot more people are racist than you think. I could really talk my shit when it comes to this halftime performance. Again, I haven't even seen it, but I've seen everybody talking about it. I've seen all of the hateful comments, the disgust. Like, y'all are sick. When I say y'all, the y'alls out there know exactly who I'm talking about. Let's swing it back to the people that were in my comments saying that the Patriots were going to win because the numerology was lining up. Y'all's mistake is y'all decode one layer. That is not how this works. Numerology is a layer. Location is a layer. Cultural energy is a layer. Global energy is a layer. Global events is a layer. So if you go ahead and isolate one thing, you're going to miss the whole system. One archetype represented legacy, structure, and tradition. That is the Patriot. Other represented air and water, vision and movement, flow and adaptability. That is the Seahawks. They're also in a reset year driven by disruptions. Again, a lot of y'all ain't hearing me though. I told y'all that spirit does not crown rigidity. It's going to crown what can move. And that's exactly what happened. I want to talk to y'all about something that a lot of people are not even aware of and that most people will not speak about. During the Super Bowl, the trafficking numbers spike dramatically. This is not accusations. This is me bringing awareness to it. We all know during these times, there's large amounts of traveling going on. Unified distractions, high movements. Just remember, when the attention centralizes, those shadow behaviors, those shadow activities can hide easier. Pair that with the release of the documents of the exploitation networks. Again, water surfacing, fire exposing, air spreading information. That's the pattern. Pay attention. This is exactly why I say, I don't debate about shit that I know. Call me cocky, call me whatever you want to call me, baby. I am accurate though. This is what happens when you know thyself and you trust thyself. For anybody out there who's a day trader, you're going to feel me on this, because one thing I learned day trading is when your analysis is solid, you trust that. You for sure don't need to break a sweat. Honestly forgot all about it until my cousin texted me and said it looked like you 3-0, cuz. I ain't gonna lie, at that point my ego was a little stroked. I'm saying just for a second, not too long. Ultimately, in all seriousness, it wasn't about the ego. It was about the method. None of this was about football. It was about the illusion burning, truth surfacing. It was about those foundations finally cracking. It was about information spreading. It was about spirit expanding identity. Super Bowl did not predict the year. It actually mirrored it. And honestly, if you looked at it close enough, then you would have realized that the symbols told the story well before kickoff. Get in them comments and let me know your thoughts. Peace, love, and light, and gratitude for watching.